My Gavanan Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Arakia Galadirthan, and welcome back to the channel for the last time. This is just a very simple video to say that indeed this is it. And I shall recap briefly some bits that some people might not be aware of, but otherwise the intention of the video is to say goodbye. So I'm leaving YouTube. I'm going to stop posting any more videos. Three main reasons for this. First of all, YouTube over the past few years has turned very much into feeling like a job. It no longer feels like a fun little hobby that I do in the evenings. It now feels very much like a chore, and it isn't enjoyable in that regard. Additionally, since stepping away from DAC almost 2 years ago now, actually, time moves so quickly. So it was April of 2021. So yeah, closing in on 2 years in 23. Since stepping away from DAC, my heart has not been in YouTube anymore. YouTube was fueled by me being able to show off what either I had done in Divide and Conquer or indeed what my modding team had done, and I wanted you to all share in what was coming up. But since not being part of DAC anymore, naturally the desire ebbed away. Now that was entirely foreseen. My aim was to leave DAC and then fade YouTube out thereafter, and we're arriving at that point. That was expected, and indeed that is exactly how it felt. And then lastly, my actual job now has finally reached the level of being properly busy. So coming home from a full day's work, doing actual things, and then wanting to sit down and just do nothing, spend the time with Jess and just go and do whatever we want to do, have the weekends free. All of that became much more important to me. So coming home and having to lose an hour to 2 hours of the evenings I recorded on was no longer something I wanted to continue with. So those are the main reasons why I am stepping away. Now, to clear something up that I've seen asked an awful lot, I'm not going to delete the channel. I'm just not going to post anymore. So you can continue watching whatever you want, but there won't be any more edits or updates or anything at all. That just leaves me then to thank you all of you for watching along over these past 7 years. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comments and your suggestions for Divide and Conquer and for the channel. Thank you for just commenting, even if it's just to say, cheers, Gallo, enjoyed this video. It helped immensely against obviously the crushing self-doubt that almost any creator has, and indeed the comments of the other side of that, of the comment sword. Those that make you want to quit on a daily basis. It's nice that many of you supported along, and I'm grateful to you all. Thank you to everyone that became a Patreon when that was a thing, and indeed those that became YouTube members. I'm incredibly grateful to you. YouTube was never intended to be a source of income for me. It made a reasonable amount of money, I shan't lie to you, but that was never the aim. That was never my goal. So to any of you who willingly gave up your money, I thank you immensely, and I really do mean it when I say that. I know YouTubers, you hear it on YouTube a lot, don't you? Glibly thanking, but I really am grateful because you shouldn't have done. It was silly. It was foolish. Save your money. There's much better things than spending it on me. But I'm grateful to all of you in any event. I then need to just single out a few people, and you'll have to bear with me as I gush over them. But my thanks especially go to 3 key persons, and then there are some others. But 3 who have now been here since day 1. And I have to single them out, and that's Brassadas, Knight, and Mats. The 3 of those have been heavily invested in particularly Discord, but also the early days. Brass, Knight, and Mats were 3 of the first people to play games with me out of YouTube, to moderate on Steam. Brass has been moderating on YouTube this whole time, and indeed they've been moderators of the Discord. They've helped create the Discord as much as the channel has. They've been welcoming, they've been friendly, they've helped moderate, they've helped clear the chaff. And I'm grateful immensely to all 3 of them. And indeed, if all 3 of you have watched along, thank you so much. I'm pleased to have been able to actually meet 2 of them. And maybe if I'm ever over your way, Brass, we can do that as well. But I doubt it from what I know of you so far. But in any event, I am grateful to those. I am also then grateful to then those who have moderated, maybe not since day 1, but for a very long time. This is at the moment Chris, Caspos, Aerendil, and Griffin. All 4 of you also have my deepest thanks for moderating so diligently over these past few years. And again, for just setting up games, for making people feel welcome, and for helping me with the Discord, with YouTube, with Steam, dating all the way back. So thank you so much to all of you. I also want to say a special thank you to those who aren't here, but indeed had a real impact at the beginning. Grumpy Pirate, A Off-Road, who I always used to call A Off-Road, but I think it's actually meant to be A Off-Road. Arvaduim, Melville and Uekallen, JP, and of course, I want to make a special thanks to both Hummingbird and Lord of Links. Hummingbird was my rock in Divide and Conquer for years. It was just the two of us for a very long time, and he stuck with me right to the end when I stepped away and Hummingbird came with me. And of course, I then extend thanks to Links, as I've just mentioned, for taking on the burden of Divide and Conquer. It has not been easy, and for my failing, I've contributed to the difficult aspect of running DAC for Links, but I'm grateful to him, and I only wish him the very best. And on that note, I am recording this video on the 14th of December 2022, and version 5 of Divide and Conquer released yesterday. So that seems almost the universe too fitting, doesn't it? So if you're interested in DAC, version 5 has finally released, despite my naysaying. So I shall end then with a cliche, I am afraid. Thank you all of you for watching along and enjoying the channel and helping in any small part. I wish you only the very best for the future, and I do indeed hope that the future brings everything you may wish it to. And I shall end, as I say, with a cliche by sharing my favourite of Tolkien's walking songs. But I won't show you my face for it, just to spare you. But anyway, thank you so much for everything over these years, and I wish you all the very best for the future. Now, my usual farewell has a sense of hope in that we may meet again, but I fear that perhaps this time we won't. So I shall simply say farewell. The road goes ever on and on, out from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone. Let others follow it who can. Let them a journey new begin. But I at last, with weary feet, will turn towards the lighted inn, my evening rest and sleep to meet.